Okay, let's attempt final exam A202. Okay, first read the question. The following standard cost were developed for one of the product of LG's neighborhood. So this is the standard cost per unit for direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, fixed overhead, and standard cost per unit. The following information is available regarding the company's operation for the period. Unit produced, material purchased, material used, direct labor, overhead incurred, variable, and fixed. Budgeted fixed overhead for the period is 960,000 RM, and the standard fixed overhead rate is based on the expected capacity of 160,000 direct labor hours. So the requirement you have to calculate. Okay. Material price variance, actual quantity purchased time actual price minus standard price. So you put the actual quantity purchased. Okay, if you have two information, material purchase and material used, you have to take the material purchase. Okay, so you got 96,000 RM. So it is unfavorable. Material usage variance, standard price, time, actual quantity used minus standard quantity. Okay, you put all the figures and you get 120,000 RM unfavorable. Okay, labor rate variance, actual hour times actual rate times standard rates. So you put the figures and you get RM 66,000 unfavorable. Labor efficiency rate, standard rate, okay, times with the actual hour times standard hour. So you put the figures and you get 160,000 RM unfavorable. Variable overhead spending variance, actual hour times actual rate minus standard rates. Put all the figures and get 110,000 RM favorable. Okay, variable overhead efficiency variance, standard rate times with the actual hour minus standard rates. And you put the figures and you get 80,000 RM unfavorable. Okay. Fixed overhead spending variance, actual fixed cost minus budgeted fixed cost. And then you get 60,000 RM favorable. Fixed overhead volume variance, budgeted fixed cost minus fixed cost applied. Okay, so put all those figures and you get 240,000 RM and favorable. Okay, refer to A2, explain two possible reasons why the variance occurred. Okay, first, due to the poor quality of raw material, the material cannot be used, have to replace or do reworks on that material. Second, unskilled workers make mistakes and use longer time or more materials. So that will create variance. So final exam 201. So let's read the question. LG's neighborhood manufactured a product named LJ88. The following data are related to the actual output, cost and variances in the year 2020. Okay, for ESB, the opening and closing work in progress are the same. Actual productions, okay, 36,000 units. Actual cost incurred, okay, direct material purchased and used, okay, 300,000 kilogram. Okay, this is the value. Direct wages for 64,000 hours. Variable production overhead. Variances, we have direct material price. Variance, that is favorable. And direct material usage variance, that is unfavorable. Direct labor rate variance, unfavorable. Direct labor efficiency, favorable. Variable production overhead expenditure, unfavorable. Variable production overhead efficiency, favorable. So variable production overhead varies with labor hours worked and a standard marginal costing system is operated. The management is very concerned about the unfavorable variances resulting from the production operation. The management has asked you as the finance executive for help. So prepare the standard product cost sheet for 1 unit of LJ88. So you put the headers and then the product cost sheet is direct material, last with the direct labor, last with the variable overhead. And you get 22 RM, sorry about that. Alright, so how you get this number? So this is how you get this number for direct material price. Okay, so variance is favorable, so you put as negative. Okay, and you get the selling price is 1 ringgit and 50 cents RM. So direct material usage, the variance is unfavorable, so you put as a positive number. Okay, so you get 8 kg. Right. So for the direct labor rate variance, okay, the variance is unfavorable, so it is positive. So the standard rate is 4. Direct labor efficiency variance, the variance is favorable, so you put it as negative and you get 2 hours. Okay, variable overhead rates, okay, the variance is unfavorable, so you put it as positive and you get standard rate is 1 RM. Okay, variable spending rate, the variance is favorable, you put it as negative and you get 2 hours. So actually you can try to reverse if you put, for instance, uh, positive or favorable and what will happen. Okay, you can do that. Okay, two possible reasons for the unfavorable variance for direct labor rate is first in a sudden increase in direct labor rate because of government new policy. So we cannot do anything about that. Increase in overtime payment. Okay, sometimes unskilled worker takes longer time than they should. Okay, for final exam 192, so let's read the question. Safiya Sdn Bhd manufactures women maxi dress for Malaysian market. It is a single product. The standard cost of materials and labor for productions are as follows. So this is the clothes, zip, and button, lace, production, labor cost. And the standard variable overhead cost is 4 ringgit per dress based on the labor hours. Fixed overhead is budgeted at 16,000 RM per month. In May 2020, the following data pertain to operation are as follows. So direct, material purchase, material use, finished product, direct labor use, variable overhead cost incurred, fixed overhead cost incurred. So the requirement, material usage variance, labor rate variance, variable overhead spending variance, and fixed overhead budget variance. So first is the material usage variance. Okay. Okay guys, actually for this first question, we won't attempt this question because this question has lots of problems. Okay, it has lots of problems, so we won't attempt these questions. Okay, there are so many mistakes, okay, from the information about calculating the cost of material, so we won't do this. Okay, so go next to the labor rate variance, actual labor cost, okay, and we minus with the standard cost of actual labor hours, so we get labor rate variance. It is unfavorable. Variable overhead spending variance, okay, variable overhead cost, okay, standard variable overhead cost per actual hours. Okay, we got 1,000 and you get a favorable of 40 RM. Okay, fixed overhead budget variance. Okay, fixed overhead. Okay, get this number. And then budgeted fixed overhead. And fixed overhead budget variance unfavorable. So the second question is propose one reason and one possible solution for the unfavorable variance in part A1 and 4 above if you are the production manager for the company. Okay, because of low quality materials, lower skill labor, less efficient machine, low employee morale. So high skill level, okay, longer tenured worker with higher wages. Okay, normal efficiency of labor force, so no variance. Okay, second one, Excel Electronics Sdn Bhd manufacture an electronic appliance. The estimated total production cost of the product is 500,000 RM for production of 2,000 units of its product. In 2019, the production report shows that a total of 580,000 RM was spent to produce 3,000 of its product. As the production manager of EESB, discuss the situation faced by EESB from the variant analysis perspective. Justify your answer whether EESB is in trouble or not. Suggest two appropriate decisions for the company to proceed with their next year production. Explain each suggestion. So in this case, actually, the company is not in trouble. Okay, the unfavorable variance is due to the increased number of units produced, not because of the efficiency of production process. Okay, the two solutions. First, the company should continue their production operation as usual. Second, if there is any significant unfavorable variance in certain elements, the company should focus their attention only to that part. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.